From sexual assault charges to being told he only had 2 days left to live, Somizi always rises to whatever challenges life throws at him. At age 47, he has established himself as one of South Africa's best-loved TV and radio personalities. However, his career in the entertainment industry, which spans over 4 decades, has not been as shiny and glittery as it seems. Welcome to the Gossip Diva, and this is the Untold Story of Somizi. Somizi, as we know him, started life as Somizi Buyana Mhlongo on December 23, 1972. Somizi was born into a family of stars. His mother, Mary Twala, was a veteran actress, while his father, Ntaba Mhlongo, was a legendary comedian, an actor, and a choreographer. Since his parents were stars and spent most of their time on the road, touring and performing in different places every night, Somizi grew up in Orlando East in his grandmother's 4-roomed house, which he shared with 24 other people from time to time. In an interview on Afternoon Express in August 2017, Somizi revealed he enjoyed living in his grandmother's 4-roomed house with his cousins because it had its perks, and sharing a 4-roomed house with 24 people was not as bad as it sounds. However, as much as living with 24 people had its perks, it also had its downsides, and one of them were fights that would arise out of nowhere. After witnessing an incident which was one of many, where his aunt fought with his mother because of food, Somizi made a promise to his 9-year-old self that he would not live like that when he's older. And boy, did he not deliver, because he is now filthy rich. At age 6, Somizi got his break when he played a pivotal role of a 6-year-old boy who was abandoned by his parents at birth in a play by Paul Rabetswa. A couple of years later, at age 9, he was cast as a presenter in a kids' show. After being in the limelight for a couple of seconds, he disappeared for a while, but it wasn't long enough before he made his return into the spotlight in 1986 at the age of 13 when he starred in the film Scavengers. Upon realizing he enjoyed performing, he asked his parents if he could join the cast of Mbongeni Ngema's first season of Sarafina, but his father denied his request and told him he needed to focus on school. His parents left for New York as Sarafina was showing on Broadway. A couple of months later, in 1987, Mbongeni held another auditions for the second season of Sarafina, as they would relieve the cast and crew of the first season from their tour. Somizi saw this opportunity and grasped it with both hands, knowing very well that his parents were thousands and thousands of kilometers away from him and nobody could tell him otherwise. So he went to the audition, and when Mbongeni asked him if his father knew he was auditioning, he blatantly lied with a straight face and said yes. Luckily, Mbongeni took his word for it, and he was cast in the play. For the next 6 months, he lived a double life. Every morning, Somizi would leave his grandmother's house dressed in his school uniform and carried his rehearsal clothes in his bag. When he got into the train, he would quickly change into his rehearsal clothes and attend the rehearsal. Then, when it was time to go home, he would change back into his school uniform on the train. Somizi's lie was busted when his father found out that his son was a part of the cast that was relieving them from their tour on his way back home at the airport when he was looking at the list of the new cast. However, his father couldn't do anything about it because he was already on his way back home, and the cast and crew of the second season of Sarafina were also on their way to New York. His father phoned him 2 days later and told him if performing was something he would do for free and still be happy, then he should do it because it would kill him if his son did something he did not enjoy. And if things didn't go according to plan, he shouldn't be afraid to come back home and start again. His father unfortunately passed away 2 years later in 1989 when Somizi was still touring overseas, and he has not seen him ever since he was 14 years old. Since then, Somizi appeared in the 1992's film adaptation of Sarafina alongside Whoopi Goldberg, Miriam Makeba, and Leleti Khumalo. From 1993 until 2006, Somizi appeared in Cry the Beloved Country, African Skies, Tarzan the Epic Adventures, Black Bueless, Zero Tolerance, and City Sisla. Throughout those years, he also decided to step into his father's shoes as he trained and became a choreographer. In the early 2000s, Somizi tried to venture into the music industry. However, his musical career died before it even became a thing, as his songs were a critical and commercial failure. Nonetheless, Somizi continued to thrive in his other ventures until an incident in 2007 threatened his future in the entertainment industry when he was accused of sexual assault. According to Somizi, he said he decided to give a young man a lift when he was traveling back home in the late hours of the night, since they were headed in the same direction. Moments later, when they were in the car, the young man started to flirt with him, and one thing led to another. They got to his house, played a porn DVD, and had some foreplay. The guy climaxed and went home. The following morning, he was woken by a policeman knocking on his door and arresting him for sexual assault. On the 23rd of May 2008, he was found guilty of the charge and was sentenced to 4 months of imprisonment or a 6,000 rands fine, of which he opted for, and half of his sentence was suspended for 3 years. Ever since he was found guilty of the charge, his career took a turn for the worst and everything started to fall apart. He lost jobs, friends, money, cars, and a house until he became broke. His financial state did not change for 3 years and he fell into a deep depression, of which it is still something he still struggles with even today, although it is not as intense. During this time, Somizi often found himself envying homeless people because they were happy and at peace with their lives. Moreover, he also found himself wishing he was the one who was dead instead of his late best friend Lebo Matosa. After being down and out for almost 3 years, Somizi found his silver lining in 2010 when he bagged the gig to choreograph the opening and closing ceremonies of the 2010 FIFA World Cup, which was held in South Africa. That gig helped revive his career as he started to land more gigs to choreograph dance sequences for award ceremonies, events and concerts, including the Metro FM Music Awards, the South African Music Awards, South African Idols, Miss South Africa Beauty Pageant, Big Brother Africa, the AFCON opening and closing ceremonies, and Joy Celebration between 2010 and 2013. In 2010, he also became a judge on SABC1's Dance Your Part Off alongside Kabonina Kubeka. However, during this time, Somizi fell very sick in 2011, and when he visited the doctor, he was told he only had 2 days left to live. In his book Dominoes, The Unbreakable Spirit, he revealed he was diagnosed with a terminal illness between HIV, cancer and diabetes, of which he will not disclose. After receiving the news that his days were numbered, Somizi went home to his current partner at the time and broke the news to him, as well as his former partner Tom. Upon hearing about the matter, Tom went to Somizi's current partner at the time and asked to take care of Somizi, and he agreed. Tom lived with Somizi for 2 months and nothing happened to him. Somizi's career was taken to new heights in 2015 when he was announced as the new and 4th judge of the 11th season of South African Idols. He won the hearts of South Africans by being himself on the show, which helped with ratings and votes. In 2016, he signed a deal with Mzansi Magic to air his reality show Living the Dream with Somizi, which became an instant hit and showed his fans what his normal day looks like. From 2016 until 2018, he co-hosted the South African Music Awards consecutively with other celebrities, which were changed each year. In those 3 years, he also hosted the South African Film and Television Awards red carpet. In 2017, he joined the breakfast show with DJ Fresh from 5 a.m. until 8 a.m. on Metro FM. Moreover, he was also announced as the brand ambassador for DSTV, McDonald's, as well as water and sanitation. In the same year, he also released his book Dominoes, The Unbreakable Spirit, which speaks about his life, friendships, sexuality, parent roles, childhood, and showbiz. Still in 2017, Somizi also joined V Entertainment as a presenter, which aired on Vuzu Amp before it was rebranded as One Magic, and it still is there. Just before the year ended, Somizi released a song alongside Heavy K that was free for download as a thank you gift for his fans for the support they have shown him. In 2018, Somizi was the roastee on Comedy Central's Roast of Somizi and was also a red carpet host on the Mandela 100 Global Citizen Concert. From 2013 until 2019, Somizi appeared on numerous TV shows including 10 over 10, Reality Check, Ayeye, All That BS, and Tropica Smooth Fan. Somizi is openly gay and has a beautiful daughter named Bahumi with Balesa. Over the years, Somizi has preached that he always lived his truth, and it turns out that his baby mama Balesa knew he had a boyfriend at the time their daughter was conceived. In one of his interviews, he revealed that his baby mama approached him back in the day and asked him out. He told her that he was involved with another man, but he's bisexual, or at least that is what he thought at the time, and Balesa didn't have an issue with it. However, it was during Balesa's pregnancy when he realized he was in fact gay and not bisexual. He told Balesa, and they separated amicably and agreed on co-parenting. As of 2020, Somizi is currently married to his husband Mohale Mutaung. They got engaged in 2018 and had their traditional wedding in September 2019 and their white wedding in January 2020. If you have enjoyed watching this video, then please click that subscribe button and the thumbs up, and don't forget to leave a comment down below.